Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
Going on, folks? And thank you for tuning in with me to this very special and emergency edition of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Before we get started, folks, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter. The Twitter name to follow is PoliticsGhost. All one word, no underscores. PoliticsGhost is the name to follow, all right? Now, I want to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day to all the folks that are part of a monogamous relationship. Hope y'all are celebrating this day with some kind of romance or some kind of dinner or some kind of a special evening of sorts. Aside from it being somewhat of a scholastic holiday, it does inject a certain level of capital within the retail and restaurant and bar industry, so I encourage everybody to partake in Valentine's Day festivities. Now, I want to be completely honest with you here, folks. I did not want to do a show today because I'd wanted to spend some time with my wife, but, folks, I'm telling you this right now. What did I tell you about Russia? What did I tell you? What did I tell all you? I've been talking about this for a month and a half. I've been talking about it for a month and a half, for Christ's sake, man. And I told you that this mainstream media, the intelligence agencies, the establishment political class was pushing this Russia narrative throughout the mainstream media in an attempt to discredit Trump, to remove him from office. And let me tell you, this thing that happened with Michael Flynn is exactly what I was talking about, and this is just the beginning, folks. Listen, I don't want to talk too much about the Trump news at this point in time. As a matter of fact, I want to get to the markets first and foremost because, the markets have really just gone out of control at this point in time. And the reason they have is, to be completely honest, folks, it's because the investors don't know what the hell they're doing. And that's another reason why I have not had a stock to watch in the mornings on Twitter, because there's just not enough people buying in this low-volume market, folks. I tweeted this morning that the only thing with volume in the pre-market was the buyouts that were happening today and the shipping stocks. Now, I am not going to suggest anybody to go into the shipping stock arena because it's a complete bubble. It's a complete over-speculation. All right? I mean, literally, when you have over-speculation like that, you're either a great winner or a complete loser. You're either one of the lucky people that rode the wave into that damn over-speculative stock, or you're the person holding the bag as everybody's getting the hell out. And I don't like those types of situations because they're unpredictable. They're not something that you can actually calculate on a pattern or day trading capacity. So with that being said, folks, let's go ahead and get right into this markets on this very emergency edition, and not just that, it's Valentine's Day, and it's Taco Tuesday on top of that. It's Taco Tuesday, Valentine's Day edition. And listen, after I get done with the markets, I'm going to dedicate most of the show to the Russian situation because, in my personal opinion, I'm going to be completely honest with you folks, I've been down with the Trump train. I'm still down with the Trump train. But I think that this may be the beginning of the end. The beginning of the end of the Trump train. And I'm not throwing in the towel just yet. But what did I tell you people? I told you that this Russian narrative was being built. It was being shaped. It was being pushed by the mainstream media. And I knew this was going to happen while everybody out there was saying, oh, Ghost, you're just being paranoid, Ghost. They're not going to do nothing. No, you're being paranoid. You're being just shut up. Look at this crap now. Look at this crap now. And I'm going to discuss with you the things that I feel is going to happen here in the next weeks. And I think that, with all due respect, not only is the Trump train possibly the beginning of the end, I think there might be an attempt on Donald Trump's life from the deep state. And it's going to be justified based upon the connections with Russia and this Russian narrative that has been built and constructed and manufactured by the mainstream media. Now, as I stated, folks, well, look, I'm going to talk about this later because I'm going to dedicate most of the broadcast to this, and I may or may not fulfill the whole 3 hours of the show because, when things like this happen, it almost makes it seem like all the damn work, everything that I've done for 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, was for nothing. It was for absolutely nothing. I told you this was coming around the pike. I told you the goddamn connections with Russia, Dugin, and all these alt-right assholes, Richard Spencer, David Duke, Alex Jones, for Christ's sake, man. I told you. And I told you this was going to be used to bring down the president. Didn't I say it? But no, you idiots were in la-la land out here. You don't even understand how the goddamn political science game works. What have I been telling each and every one of you idiots? I've been saying that it doesn't matter what you think in your head. It doesn't matter if you're enlightened. It doesn't matter if you're properly informed about what's going on out here. Try to convince the 350 million morons that think they're smart as hell because they listen to a talking head on the mainstream media. Try going out there and informing these people and trying to convince them what the truth is because they've already been manufactured what the truth is. This is what I was telling you, idiots. This is what I was telling you. I told you this a month and a half ago. And listen, I'm sorry I'm getting so into this early in the broadcast. I should be talking about the stock market, but folks, this is very dangerous. And I don't know what the hell is going to happen, but it doesn't look good. All right? It does not look good. Now, I'm going to go ahead and continue going on here with the markets, and then what I'm going to do is dedicate the majority of the time into basically explaining what the hell is really going on here, and secondly, what Donald Trump needs to do if he wants to save his presidency, because I think that his presidency, if the mainstream media, in conjunction with the political class, in conjunction with the intelligence community, and when I mean the intelligence, I'm talking about CIA, all right? I'm talking about elements within the internal government that is a part of the bureaucratic infrastructure of the intelligence agency. These are old sacred cows that believe that they are more powerful than the revolving door of an executive position in the presidency. These are people that have seen presidents come and go. All right? So let me go ahead and get through the markets here because this is very important. First and foremost, I didn't suggest a stock to watch this morning because I think that the low volume in this market is not conducive to any kind of day or pattern trading type of strategy at this point. It's very dangerous to be day trading in this market, and that's why I'm not even suggesting a stock. Moreover, there are no indicators in the pre-market that suggest that there is any goddamn stock to trade out here. And haven't you noticed, when there is one that has been over-speculated or pumped and dumped, and I'd like to thank Squid Girl for bringing this one to my attention today, symbol NAK, they actually had to stop trading on that particular stock because of over-speculation. And the reason that there's over-speculation, folks, is because everybody in the market right now is looking for pattern or day trading plays, and when they see something that's legitimate on the big board, everyone's going to attack it, like I've said, like hyenas on a dead animal carcass. And that's why it's so hard to find volatility in this market, because there is no buyers. All right? There's no buyers. There's no buyers in this market, man. So let me go ahead and get to this market here. Now, we saw decreases in the futures and as the beginning of the trading session started today. And the reason is because we wanted to see, as far as the investors are concerned, what the hell Janet Yellen had to say. Now, I got a hold of Janet Yellen's speech before she actually gave the testimony today in the Senate, and I saw that she was going to keep interest rates steady and not change them at this current time, but said that she was going to gradually increase them here in the near future in fiscal year 2017. Now, I don't know what the market saw. Right after Yellen started talking, I mean, volatility in the damn Dow was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Take a look at the intraday chart on the Dow Jones Industrials, for Christ's sake. There was volatility right after Janet Yellen started talking. And it's because the investors don't know how to interpret this. They don't know how to interpret whether or not these economic statements being made by the Federal Reserve's chairwoman is actually factual, because, you know, the Federal Reserve has said these types of things before, that the economy is stable, we're optimistic, so on and so forth. So, you know, these damn investors don't know what the hell to do. What happened is we saw decreases in the beginning of the trading session in the equities market. We saw increases in gold today. Once Janet Yellen decided to start talking and saying that she is not going to change interest rates in the meantime, but later in the fiscal year 2017, she says she's going to gradually increase the interest rates. And as I stated, folks, the whole reason why they're going to raise interest rates is to increase value in the dollar, which could have a very negative effect if we continue to have over-speculation on the American dollar. Now, what I've been saying is this. The American dollar is there's a run on it right now. Everybody wants to be cashed out in American dollars. All right? I mean, look at the British pound right now. It's taking a tumble. The euro is taking a tumble. I mean, we don't know what the hell's happening in Greece. How many times are we going to bail out Greece there, Europe? Good God! You've got a lot of uncertainty in Asia, so a lot of investors are wanting to cash out in American currency, which, of course, is providing a little bit of scarcity of the circulation of money out here. So, with that being said, let's just continue going on, because what's dangerous about that over-speculation in the U.S. dollar is if Janet Yellen increases interest rates, the dollar becomes so valuable, no one's going to want to spend those dollars. People are going to want to hoard them. People are just going to want to, like I'm doing. I'm just sitting back. I'm sitting on cash right now. I'm sitting on liquidity. And let me tell you, as days go by and the dollar continues to rise in value, I'm making money. I mean, even if I'm not making pattern or day trading plays, I'm making money. And that's what a diversification of our portfolio should be all about, folks. Even when you're not actively trading, you're making money.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Anyway, folks, let me continue going on here. Once again, things started going on the plus side today from the bottom, from the negativity right after Janet Yellen started talking. But you know what I don't get about this investment community is that they heard Janet Yellen's testimony, and they were trading to her testimony even though the damn thing was leaked prior to her even testifying. So this kind of goes to show you that the investment community doesn't like to read very much. All right, I'm serious. I'm not joking. I mean, the investment community, they don't like to read very much because the speech said it. All right, it was leaked, for Christ's sake. So anyway, with that being said, let me move on with the markets here. All right, Dow Jones Industrials, after being on the negative and then going up to about, 20 or 30 points plus, settling out, all right, I think it was actually 10 or 12, 15 points up, settling out today unchanged. Unchanged today. After all that volatility, take a look at that day chart. After all that volatility, it closes out unchanged today. Unchanged on the point, unchanged on the percentage. Closing out the Dow Jones Industrial at 20,504.41 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. We've got the S&P up today 9.33 points, a percentage increase of 0.40%, closing out the S&P at 2,337.58 points for the S&P 500. Let's go ahead and go to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is up today 18.62 points, a percentage increase of 0.32%. Closing out the NASDAQ at 5,782.57 points for the NASDAQ composite. Now, once again, folks, these were modest gains. It seems like the Federal Reserve didn't really enthuse the investors in the equities markets at this point in time. I think they appreciated the fact that there was no rate changes right now, but there will be gradual rate increases. And I don't know how the investment community is going to react to that, given the fact that we have so many people wanting to be paid out in American dollars. And as a result, we got a scarcity going on out here as it pertains to the U.S. dollar, which is causing the value to go up. Let's continue going. We got energy here. Energy, let me tell you something about energy, man. I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole, even though you've got all these reports coming out stating that OPEC is obliging the goddamn production cuts. I don't think so. I mean, there's too many producers out here, too many people selling oil in the world market. I don't think we'll ever see $80, $90 a barrel of oil again. I mean, unless there's some kind of global conflict, some kind of world war to some capacity, I don't think we'll ever see $80, $90, $100 barrels of oil again. I mean, that's just my opinion, all right? Let's just go ahead and get to WTI. WTI sweet crude is up today 10 cents, a percentage increase of 0.19%, closing out WTI at $53.03 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. We've got Brent crude up today 26 cents, a percentage increase of 0.47%, closing out Brent crude at $55.85 per barrel of Brent crude oil. We've got gasoline unchanged today, no change in gasoline. The feast or famine commodity natural gas is down today, 0.34% decrease on the day for natural gas, and heating oil is up today, 0.37% increase on the day for heating oil. Let's get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! Now, let me tell you, a gold ETF or ETN would have been something it would be something to consider to day trade today, because take a look at the intraday chart on gold. Look at that humongous dip and then that gradual rise there at the end of the day. And it's because the investors don't know what the hell to do. The investors don't know what the hell to do, for Christ's sake, man. They don't know their asses from their elbow. I mean, once they heard Yellen's speech, the equities went up, and then they continued to hear it. They didn't like it. Equities went down. Gold went up. Gold went down. I mean, give me a break, man. I mean, can you goddamn assholes out there in the investment community learn a thing or two about finance, please? Anyway, let's continue going. We got gold up modestly today, $3.40, a percentage increase of 0.28%, closing out gold at $1,229.20 per troy ounce of gold. Let's continue going. We got silver up today, 13 cents, a percentage increase of 0.75%, closing out silver at $17.96 per troy ounce of silver. Now, after we've been seeing for the past at least 3 or 4 sessions major increases in copper, finally starting to see some sell-offs in this commodity, down today, 1.37% decrease on the day for copper, and platinum is up modestly once again, a 0.13% increase on the day for platinum. Now, let's continue going on to agriculture, shall we? Now, if we're going to continue to see increased value on the dollar, many of these commodities should be going down in value. It's only when we see a decrease in the value of the dollar is when we start seeing an increase in commodities, much like commodities like metals and agriculture in general. Now, with that being said, lest we forget that even though we see an increased value in the dollar, if there's any increases in any of these commodities, then that is the market telling us that there is scarcity in that commodity or potential scarcity in that market. So let's continue. Grains, corn down today, 0.38% decrease on the day for corn. Wheat is down today, 0.75% decrease on the day. Oats is down, 0.29% decrease on the day. Rough rice down, 0.53% decrease on the day. Soybean down, 0.91% decrease on the day. Soybean oil down, 0.09% decrease on the day. And canola down 0.69% decrease on the day for canola. Let's go ahead and get to the soft, shall we? Now, folks, here we are. It's Valentine's Day, and yet we have just been seeing nonstop decreases in the cocoa market. Of course, cocoa being the base for chocolate. I don't get it. I don't know what the hell's going on, but you know what? Hey, I mean, I guess it's cheaper chocolate for everybody this Valentine's Day. Anyway, we got cocoa down today, 1.04% decrease on the day. That's considerate. That's considerable, I should say, considering it is Valentine's Day. Now, here we go. We've got coffee.
Hey, dude, just don't talk to me. Don't talk to me unless I have my coffee, dude. Yeah, just don't do it.
Shut up, you goddamn anal freaking camel toe sporting fruit. Anyway, coffee today is down 0.41%. I read an article in one of these business journals that coffee production is at an all-time high, so supply is good and well. All right, so even though Starbucks might be, charging still $10 or $12 a cup of coffee, they're getting it cheaper on the wholesale end. I can tell you that right goddamn now. And let me take this time and opportunity, all right, to remind everybody to boycott Starbucks. Boycott Starbucks, that stupid son of a bitch and fruit and leftist company. I'm telling you this right now, boycott Starbucks. These sons of bitches were literally slapping the American consumer in the face, spitting on our veterans, spitting on our troops by saying publicly that they're going to hire 10,000 illegal immigrants to defy the Trump immigration reforms. Boycott Starbucks. And anybody who has a damn Starbucks cup, you make sure that they know that they are spitting in the Americans' faces. They're spitting on the veterans' faces. They're spitting on our troops. They're spitting on our troops. Anyway, with that being said, let's get to the next commodity, sugar. Sugar is up today, and the reason sugar is up is because we're having some weather disturbances in a lot of these sugar-producing countries, and the yields, whether they're going to be affected or not of sugarcane, is remaining to be seen. So we've got a lot of speculators in the commodities market based upon the investment here, basically thinking that it may be curbed here. The yield of sugar may be curbed a bit because of this, because of these weather disturbances in these sugar-producing regions of the world. Anyway, we've got sugar up 1.9%. Excuse me, 1.90%. 1.90% increase on the day for sugar. It's almost 2%. Once again, what did I tell you? Orange juice finally up today. 1.74% increase on the day for orange juice. We've got cotton down today, 0.33%, 0.33% decrease for cotton. We've got lumber unchanged today, unchanged for lumber. We've got rubber. We've got rubber down today, 0.74% decrease on the day for rubber. We've got ethanol down today, 2.71% decrease on the day for ethanol. Let's go ahead and get to the livestock. Now, folks, I don't know what is increasing the livestock situation in this sector, but we saw some major increases in the livestock. Let's go ahead and get to them. We got live cattle up today, 1.31% increase on the day for live cattle. Cattle feeder is up today, 1.79% increase on the day for cattle feeder, which is odd because many components of cattle feeder is comprised of the commodities in the grain section. And we just went over the grain section. It's nothing but blood. It's a bloody freaking Taco Tuesday for the grains and the commodities. But nonetheless, cattle feeder is up 1.79% increase on the day. And lean hogs, folks, what I've been saying about lean hogs, it's up today. 2.30% increase on the day. What did I tell you? And before we get done with the markets, I want to remind everybody, Bitcoin's price at this current time is $1,009 per Bitcoin, $1,009 per Bitcoin. And that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Now, I'm going to go ahead and go right into the crux of the matter. And listen, I don't know if I'm going to do a whole broadcast today. I'm not really sure. I was not even going to do one, to be honest with you, because, I mean, it's Valentine's Day. I want to spend some time with my girl. All right, but let me tell you, I could see the writing on the wall. I could see what's going on right before our very eyes. And we are seeing an attempt at a coup once again from the deep state, from the bureaucrats within the intelligence infrastructure that literally are sacred cows. You have to understand, people that are high in the bureaucratic infrastructure of the intelligence community, they see presidents come and go. Some of these people have been around 3-4 presidents, all right? And a lot of these people that think that they're in the intelligence community, they've actually believed that their authority supersedes a lot of these revolving door civilian elected positions, including the president. And to be completely honest with you, this is what we're seeing right here, right now. Now, folks, I had been talking to you about the Russian connections with a lot of the various personalities within the alt-right. I've told everybody about the Alexander Dugin connection, which, of course, is known in Russia as Putin's brain. Alexander Dugin is connected to all the major alt-right media personalities out here. And that includes, once again, Richard Spencer, which supposedly coined the term alt-right, even though he isn't the one who created it. It was a Jewish intellectual by the name of, his last name is Godfrey, who coined the phrase paleo-conservative. So the guy that, created the phrase paleo-conservative created the term alt-right, and here you have Richard Spencer, which I believe is a goddamn Russian agent with that stupid, disgusting, despicable Ruski wife of his. And once I started coming out with that information, and once I started making connections with Alexander Dugin, with all these alt-right personalities, including David Duke, Alex Jones, all of a sudden, Richard Spencer and his wife started tweeting out, not even hiding, that they were followers of Dugin, tweeting out pictures of Dugin. I mean, they're not even hiding it, for Christ's sake. Alex Jones last week, this disgusting fat scumbag, actually had the audacity to interview Alexander Dugin via Skype, for heaven's sake. I mean, they're not even trying to deny it, folks. And this is why I was telling each and every one of you, when you morons were arguing with me, saying,
oh, it doesn't matter, Ghost. I mean, so what? It's not like Russia really had anything to do with the elections. It's not like Russia is...
Well, you know what? It's all going to come back around to haunt us now, isn't it? What did I tell you? I said the first thing Donald Trump should have done is arrested Richard Spencer, his wife. I think that at this point in time, for President Trump, you need to disconnect yourself from Alex Jones and any of these people that have affiliation with Alexander Dugin. Do you understand that? Now, for you folks that are unaware of what the hell's going on here, let me explain, okay? First and foremost, Michael T. Flynn, General Michael T. Flynn, this was a man that was the head of the DIA, which is the CIA for the Pentagon exclusively. This is a man that actually stood up to the Obama administration and was fired for it because he did not want to arm, fund, and train ISIS, which he has been on record as saying that's exactly what the Obama administration did. They armed, funded, and trained ISIS, and if anybody knows, it's this man. So with that being said, this is a man that has high intelligence within his realm of influence. He understands a lot as it pertains to the gathering of intelligence and the acquisition of that intelligence. Now, what Michael T. Flynn is accused of doing is, prior to the swearing in of Donald Trump as President of the United States, there was a phone call to the Russian ambassador with Michael T. Flynn. Now, the reason that we know this phone call took place, folks, is because, for whatever reason, people within the Department of Justice that were loyal to not only Barack Obama, but the bureaucracy of the political class system, like the establishment Republicans and the Democrats. I've always said both of these parties are the same crap, different plate. Now, this particular phone call was intercepted by the intelligence community at the NSA. Now, the only reason that they knew this call took place was because, remember, the NSA intercepts your phone calls if you are talking to somebody overseas or in another country. Now, according to what we were told a long time ago, the NSA wasn't supposed to be recording two-sided conversations. Under the authority of the NSA, they would only be legally capable of recording the Russian side of the conversation without, and if they did record the American side of the conversation, they would have to go to a FISA court. Y'all remember that? The FISA court.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just four walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Now, what I'm speculating here is that's exactly what took place, and that's why the DOJ and the intelligence community knew this about Flynn, and they knew this about him for some time. Now, what was Flynn saying on that conversation? He was trying to open up diplomatic dialogue with the Russians via the Russian ambassador. Now, in the conversation, the Russian ambassador asked Michael Flynn about sanctions. And Michael T. Flynn, in the conversation, said that, well, you've heard the president-elect, you've heard what he's campaigned on, and that's what he wants. He wants to open up relations with Russia, and other than that, that's all I could comment on. That's it, okay? That's all he did. Now, what makes this so peculiar, it's not the fact that he actually discussed anything with the Russian ambassador, but it seems to me that the political establishment on the right, and this includes Reince Priebus, Paul Ryan, the Cheesehead Mafia, and it also includes Mike Pence, Mitch McConnell, all these establishment Republicans, because let me explain to you what happened here. Now, Mike Pence went on the morning shows some time back claiming that the administration had no contacts with Russia. Now, according to Mike Pence was supposedly not told the whole truth about the conversation that Michael T. Flynn had with the Russian ambassador, and supposedly Mike Pence was told by Flynn that there was no mention of sanctions in that conversation. So Flynn, on the other hand, Mike Pence decided to go on these Sunday shows and insist that there was no conversation between the administration and Russia, and there was never any conversation about sanctions. Now, because Mike Pence went out there and said that, it makes Mike Pence look like an idiot. Or it makes Michael T. Flynn look like an idiot. Now, you see, who actually knew what when is the actual $100 million question. Because let's just say, for the sake of argument, Mike Pence was aware of the conversation with Michael Flynn with the Russian ambassador and went out in the morning shows and said what he said anyway. Well, if that's the case, then that is a concerted effort by Mike Pence to basically muscle out Flynn as any kind of a national security advisor purely for political reasons, while at the same time highlighting the Russian links to the Trump administration. Now, why would Mike Pence do this? Folks, if they remove Trump, Mike Pence becomes president. Mike Pence. And lest we forget, the reason Donald Trump chose Mike Pence as a Republican nominee as vice president is because he had to negotiate with the Republicans just so he could run on the Republican ticket. I mean, that's the whole reason why the Republican convention basically allowed Trump to run for president under their party, because they negotiated with Trump and said, look, we need a conservative. We need a supposed conservative on the ticket. So with that being said, I personally believe that there is a concerted effort within the administration right now that are connected with the establishment Republicans. And this includes Reince Priebus. This includes Paul Ryan, Mitch McConnell, and Mike Pence. And if my personal opinion, I think Donald Trump is in big trouble, because right now he is surrounded by people that are leaking information to the media that is aiding the shaping of the narrative of the average everyday American Joe six-pack. Because as I stated, folks, you and I know that Trump isn't some lackey to Putin. I know Trump isn't bowing down to Russia. I know this. The dumbass American public doesn't. Do you understand me? And that's what political science is about. You see, that's what you people that are just coming into the political arena don't understand. All right? That's what you all don't understand. It's not about what you think. It's about what the public thinks. It's about what the masses think. And if the masses all believe by majority that Trump has something to do with Russia, and if the mainstream media and the political class system get convinced, if they can convince the majority of the American people into believing that there is a tie with the Trump and Putin, a tie between Trump and Putin, then that is legitimate grounds to remove Trump from office. I'm telling you, folks, I told you this was going to happen, man. And you see, this is what makes this so frustrating. It makes this so goddamn frustrating because what if I told you idiots, man? What did I tell you about Richard Spencer? What did I tell you about David Duke? What did I tell you about Alex Jones? What did I tell you about Milo Yiannopoulos and him going out to Berkeley and rabble-rousing a riot out there? What did I tell you, man? This was all an effort to make Donald Trump look like a complete and utter idiot. So I don't trust Alex Jones. I don't trust Milo Yiannopoulos. And lest we forget, guess who Michael T. Flynn's son is close to? Huh? Guess who's Michael T. Flynn's son is close to? Oh, that's right, Cernovich. Yeah. I don't trust any of these people. Look, I have been consistent with my broadcast. I don't like Russians. Never liked them. I told you can't trust these people. Didn't I tell you this? I told you couldn't trust these people. But no, everybody out here on the right and the so-called alt-right was praising Russia. I mean, y'all look stupid. I want to be completely honest with you. All you people that were out there,
oh, Russia, it's just trying to find a national identity. It's kicking out the globalists. Yay!
You stupid morons. I've been telling you the Russians are at the bottom. The Russians are at the bottom of globalism. Wake the fuck up, you idiot. You stupid idiot. The Russians are at the bottom of globalism, for Christ's sake. The Russians are at the bottom of it. Jesus Christ, wake up! Wake the hell up! Give me the mic, man. Wake up! And look, I'm going to be honest with you. Trump understood what was going on here. He wanted to play plausible deniability. He was trying to win an election. I get it. This whole alt-right crap, Pepe, and all this crap that was all Russian-induced, all you people, thinking that, oh, well, Pepe praised Keck. That was freaking Dugan! That was freaking Richard Spencer! These were goddamn Russian agents that pushed this crap! And let me tell you something else. Donald Trump knew, hey, I'm not looking. Who's looking? I'm trying to win an election. I'm trying to fight against the political establishment. I need all the help I can get. If these people are, helping my cause by promoting a certain method of campaign, well, then so be it. Man, it's coming back around to haunt you now, Trump. It's coming back around to haunt you, and as far as I'm concerned, you need to denounce. In my personal opinion, sir, Mr. President, you need to denounce these individuals that are the so-called alt-right, which are the people that are implicating you and your administration with these Russian ties at this point in time. Russia is not worth you losing the presidency, sir. Do you understand me? That Russia is not worth you losing the presidency over. So in my personal opinion, I think that you need to start arresting Richard Spencer, his wife, any of these people that are connected to Alexander Dugin. You need to close down his goddamn think tank. I mean, even if you got to go and arrest David Duke, shut down Alex Jones's InfoWars as far as I'm concerned. Because let me tell you something right now. Anybody who's promoting Russia as some sort of a happy-go-lucky country that's getting the shaft by the international community, you people are stupid. You people are ignorant. And you know what? If Russia was such our friends, okay, how come they're pushing our buttons, literally? Did y'all hear? We had a Russian missile ship sailing off of the coast of Delaware in the East Coast this morning, right after the Michael T. Flynn news broke, huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Russia's our friend. Russia's our friend, right? And not to mention they deployed missiles. And I mean, you see what I'm saying? But no, Russia's our friend, right? God damn it, you people are stupid, man. I can't believe you fell for this crap. I told you this crap was going to happen. Didn't I say it? Didn't I say it? Didn't I? God damn it, I told you all. And you know why I'm so pissed, man? It's just like all this time, effort, and energy, all this crap I've done here on this broadcast. I mean, it's for naught, man. You know, you people are so anesthetized with all these stupid cult of personalities. Why do you think I don't want to come out and start doing, I'm going to do lectures at this university, and I'm going to write a book now, and I'm going to be here, and I'm going to have a YouTube channel, and I'm going to just, why do you think I don't want to do that? Because the same thing that happened to all these idiots that are supposed to be mouthpieces for the right, that's what happened. They became a cult of personality and didn't care. Or, if you want my personal opinion, they're agents to another foreign government. It's either one or the other. And I am here to reassure you folks that I am not an agent of any foreign government, okay? I want to reiterate that one more again. I am not an agent to any foreign government, nor am I going to sit here and pretend that the Ruskies are somehow fighting against the New World Order? Let me tell you something. The Ruskies are at the bottom of the New World Order, you stupid idiots. I mean, look at what's going on. What was Russia called about 20 years ago? What was Russia called? 20-something years ago, 25 years ago? What was Russia called? The Soviet Union. You stupid idiots. And what do we have in Europe right now? We got a European Union. And what do we have in Africa? We got an African Union. You dumbass, unionism is an adherent to communism. Globalism is communism, you dumbasses. All right, I mean, don't you understand that? Globalism is communism. So, as far as I'm concerned here, we need to realize that even though Russia's trying to play this game, that they are somehow weak and they are somehow some isolated country that's against this supposed international bureaucratic apparatus. I think you people need to realize that Russia knows exactly what it's doing. Russia, I mean, come on, man, let's wake up. As a leader in Vladimir Putin that killed for communism. I mean, he was quoted as saying that once a KGB, always KGB. That's what he was. He was KGB. He killed for communism. And now you're going to believe this charade, this communist propaganda that this guy's all of a sudden a devout Christian man and he has a white identity, for Christ's sake, and all this crap. You people are idiots, you know? And I'm telling you, if something happens to Trump, if he's assassinated, if he's removed from office, I'm gone. I'm out of here. I'm out. You want to know why? Because I did all I could to try to inform people the fucking truth. The truth. And you people you can't handle the truth. You people can't handle the goddamn truth. No, you people want to live in your fucking la-la land. You want to live in your goddamn cartoon make-believe land over here. Hey, This is far beyond memes at this point, kids. All right? This is cloak and dagger stuff, man. This is stuff that can get you killed. All right? I'm not joking around. I mean, this is stuff that could get you killed, man. I mean, why do you think Roger Stone was poisoned with a notoriously known agent that has been killing Russian double agents all over the world for the past 30 years? Polonium-210. Who in the hell would put polonium-210 in Roger Stone's system? And why? Now that Roger Stone has been poisoned, haven't you noticed he shut his yap really fast, hasn't he? Now all of a sudden he knows that, hey, I better shut my yap if I'm going to continue to live the perks of the presidencies, the Donald Trump presidency, so on and so forth. So I'm telling you this right now, folks. What we're witnessing is possibly not just the... I mean, we're stuck in a rock and a hard place. I'm going to be honest with you, folks. We're stuck in a rock and a hard place because right now we're in check as far as the chessboard, the grand chessboard is concerned. America is in check. And if you want my personal opinion, it's America against the world. And that world has infiltrated our bureaucratic system, our intelligence community. And I think that these issues are far too complex for people in America to understand and comprehend. I mean, hell, we've got people on the internet. I've got people right now talking garbage to me on Twitter that are supposed to be Polacks, that these issues and these ideas are going way above their head. It doesn't, listen, okay, great, you get it. You understand Trump's not a Russian agent. You get it. You get the technicalities. Yes, you get it. Tell that to the 350 million idiots in America. Because you have to understand, the only thing that makes the government credible, the only thing that makes these institutions credible is the American people's faith in them. And folks, the Trump administration is getting hit up at all sides. George Soros' Open Society staged protest. The mainstream media propaganda. The political class system, the intelligence community, the international community. I'm telling you this right now, in my personal opinion, I don't see anything good coming from this. That's why Donald Trump didn't want to say a goddamn thing about it, because if you want my personal opinion, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Because in my view, him being so silent about this Michael T. Flynn situation, he knows he's in some serious trouble. And what I mean by this looks very eerily similar to JFK at the time. Now, for you folks that are unaware, JFK wanted to end the Cold War with the Russians, wanted to start some kind of dialogue with the Russians, and the intelligence community in America and many people within the deep state did not like that one bit. They didn't like it. And moreover, much like John F. Kennedy, Donald Trump wants to kind of audit the Fed, wants to reestablish the CIA, restructure the intelligence community, shake up the bureaucracy, the institutions that have been created in this country, and look what happened to JFK. I'm just saying, look what happened to JFK. So I'm telling you this right now, if anything happens to Trump, whether he's assassinated or removed from office, I'm gone. I'll never come back. Are you kidding me? I mean, you don't think that I'm going to be freaking banned, for Christ's sake? And let me tell you, the probability of that happening is at least 70%. And I'm not even joking. I'm not even hyper-sensationalizing. You've got so many characters. That's why he's not saying anything. Donald Trump, that's why he's not saying a goddamn thing, man. He says anything that's on his mind. He is shutting his lip on Michael T. Flynn because I'm sure he was threatened. I'm sure his goddamn life has been threatened, if you want my personal opinion. His life, his children's lives, all that crap. So, not to mention he's got a lot on his plate. Not to mention, you know, he has to deal with the sabotage that Barack Obama did to this country. And he did major sabotage, folks. You take a look at the sabotage that he's done with the immigration policy. Look at the remnants of Obama's sabotage with immigration. And look at how it's affecting us today. Take a look at Obama's economic sabotage that has basically bamboozled and brainwashed people into accepting a lower standard of living. I mean, Donald Trump's got a lot on his plate, and he's got enemies all around him, unfortunately. Enemies all around him.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit mbusa.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
I listen, everybody's out here saying, come on, Ghost, we got to keep fighting. Hey, I've been fighting! I've been fighting! But everybody out here, you know what y'all are doing, man? And listen, it's not about memeing anymore, all right? It's not about, you know, guac bowl merchant and, you know, stupid-ass memes like that, for Christ's sake. This is cloak and dagger stuff, man. You know, unless you're going to be a part of reshaping the consciousness of people in America, unless you're going to utilize your influence in social media or as a blogger or a vlogger to shape the perspective of people in this country, then just sit down and shut up. All right? Seriously. Just sit down and shut up. Because in my personal opinion, this is why the Trump train may be at the beginning of the end. Because this leftist media and the political class system, I told you this was going to happen, you morons. You just thought, I don't know, you thought I was talking on my ass. You thought I was an idiot, you know? You morons thought that,
Ghost, you know, you're just talking all kinds of garbage about Richard Spencer and my Russians.
Yeah, you all just, you know, merrily. Life is but a dream. Yeah, look at this, man. The Trump train is about on its way out now, you fucking idiots. Huh? While y'all morons were out there playing video games, putting goddamn horse heads up your asses, whacking off the cartoons, these leftists, these political class, these globalists, these communists don't sleep. They don't stop. They don't stop. So, and look, we got people in the inner circle chat room saying, stop the defeat of shilling. Stop the defeat of shilling. Well, why don't you call me up right now and explain to me what the hell is the fucking solution for this, you fucking brilliant scientist, you brilliant political scientist, for Christ's sake? Why don't you call me up right fucking now if you've got the fucking solution? You don't have shit. You're just like each and every one of these fucking little piece of shit poll hacks that think they know everything when they don't know a goddamn thing. They don't know a goddamn thing. So go ahead. Defeat a shilling. Defeat a shilling. Defeat a shilling. Hey, asshole, what's the solution, man? The fucking goddamn deep state has got Trump in a corner. He doesn't have a friend in the fucking world, you dumbass. What is he going to do? The intelligence community wants him dead. The leftists in this country want him dead. All right? The political class system is conspiring to either throw him out or to put him as a very inviting target. I mean, he's stuck in a rock and a hard place. defeatist shilling, man. Hey, I'm a realist, all right? I'm not like you obnoxious jerk dicks that live in fucking la-la land 24 hours a day. I'm a realist. And I told you idiots a long time ago that this was going to come back and haunt the Trump train. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? I told you. Why do you think Trump isn't saying a goddamn thing about Flynn right now? Why do you think Donald Trump is not saying a goddamn thing about Flynn right now? So, listen, y'all want to say I'm a defeatist? Well, go ahead. I don't really give a crap. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you folks are actually contributing to helping this situation. I'm out here. I'm trying to do whatever I can in an attempt to try to salvage whatever's left of the Trump train. And you know what? I'm starting to believe that most of the Trump train got goofed and got psyoped into this whole Russian narrative nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And now what I'm telling you is that Russian narrative is going to be used against Donald Trump. People are asking me, what's the plan? Well, there is no plan. You morons should have been doing something weeks ago when I was calling out this fucking Russian connection, you fucking... Jesus Christ! You should have been doing something weeks ago! But no, Richard Spencer's a white nationalist. Richard Spencer's one of us. I'm alt-right. I'm alt-right. Richard Spencer is alt-right. Yeah, he's not a Russian agent. Russia's just is against the New World Order. Russia's against globalism. Jesus Christ, give me the mic. Give me the mic. Hey, I told you to do something weeks ago. Look in the archive if you don't believe me. blogtalkradio.com/ghost. I told you idiots to do something weeks ago, but nobody did a fucking thing. Everybody just thought, no, it's no big deal. No. And people were fucking arguing with me, not only on the show, but in the inner circle over here. No, nobody's going to do nothing. No, you don't know what you're talking about, Ghost. This Russia thing's much to do about nothing. Yeah, what now? Huh? What now? What now? I'm telling you, man, people were asking me, what's the plan? I mean, why are you asking me? You idiots out here think you know it all. You thought y'all know everything. You thought, that the Richard Spencer didn't coin the term alt-right. He didn't manufacture. He's not a Russian agent. There's no connection with him in Russia. He's a white nationalist. Who cares about the connection with Alexander Dugin? Who cares? I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care anymore. All right? And look, I've got Pole over here turning on me. Hey, you want to know why you're turning on me? I'll tell you why you're turning on me, Pole. All right? Because you don't understand the big picture. You're more worried about, let's do some memes and let's go put on pools closed due to AIDS and yeah, let's make these little connections that no one's going to give a crap about except for us little dorks here on this little Pole site. Yeah, people in the inner circle are saying poll, parentheses. And I agree. I completely agree. Jesus Christ. Hey, hold on just a second. King Ed Undead, are you talking trash, man? I mean, do I have to post an article out of Elkhart about your father being a freaking child molester, you freak show? Just sit there and shut up, all right? Nobody asked you for your goddamn opinion. I feel sorry for you, you fucking tard. I know your daddy's a goddamn child molester. If you want to pull up the goddamn freaking article, I will. Jesus Christ, man. Like I've got all the time in the world to deal with a bunch of fucking tards now. Oh, like I got all the time in the world to deal with a bunch of stupid tards. Yeah. Yeah, you want to continue going? You want me to continue going, King Ed Undead, huh? Jesus Christ, man. I'm telling you, I'm sick. I'm just so sick. Yeah, sorry. Now, yeah, you better be sorry. Your fucking family looks sorry, King Ed Undead, you piece of garbage. Jesus Christ. Look, folks, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm upset, and this is what was upsetting me yesterday, folks. I'm going to be honest with you. This is why I was upset yesterday. This is why I was in a bad mood yesterday. I knew this was coming, man. I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming, man. So I don't know what to tell you, folks. I don't know what the hell to tell you. I mean, go ahead, keep memeing, you know. Go ahead, keep putting the KGB behind your name and a fucking Twitter name. All right, keep going, do it. I don't care at this point. All right? It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad that the culmination of everything that we've done throughout the Trump campaign, this is it. This is what it all comes down to now, doesn't it? Unreal. People are asking, hey, what do? We just accept defeat? Hey, what the hell do you want me to do, man? I've been here 3 hours a day, 5 days a week for a whole goddamn year. What the hell do you want me to do? I mean, I've told you all what to do, and y'all don't do shit, with the exception of the inner circle and a few people within the freaking capitalist army. Y'all don't do a goddamn thing. Y'all are more worried about your goddamn anime, your hentai, your brony, your freaking cartoons, your freaking video games. You could care less about what's going on in the country. I'm telling you. And people want me to come up with a solution. You want me to come up with a real solution? The military needs to go in and arrest all of Washington, D.C. That's my solution. I'm not even joking around. And we better hope that when that happens, civil unrest doesn't happen. I mean, that's the only way to solve this. I'm not joking around. I'm not kidding. And you know what's sad about it? Is that even if Trump was to do that, it would cause such a hysteria that it would just be civil unrest. I mean, Trump is stuck in a rock in a hard place. All right? Everybody around him is literally out to get him because he is a stepping stone to power. And Trump knows it, too. Trump knows it. Why do you think he's so quiet today? I'm telling you this right now. Trump knows he's in some serious trouble. People are asking me about Steve Bannon. Not really sure about Steve Bannon anymore, especially after the report that he was the one that gave Trump an executive order that made him the head of the National Security Council. So I don't know, man, I'm telling you this right now. People could sit here and talk garbage to me all they want. I think we're in some serious trouble. We're in some major, major serious trouble. And, much like Mark Montag said here in the Twitter, we have to wait to see what they're going to say about Mattis and Kelly. Because remember, these were other generals that the political establishment did not like and fired during the the Obama administration. So I don't know what the hell to tell you, man, but people are saying, hey, Pence has to go, Priebus has to go. Trump can't do that. If Trump does that, he looks stupid in the eyes of the American people and incompetent. And when the American people start uprising and saying that he's incompetent, they're going to call for his resignation and call for him to step down. He's in a rock and a hard place, man. I'm telling you this right now. I don't think Trump has too much longer unless he becomes a little bit authoritarian, and I don't even know whether that's good or not. I mean, he's stuck, man. I'm going to be honest with you. This Russian thing, it backfired on the people that he used to try to connect with Russia. It backfired. Now, what it shows me is that Russia is colluding with everybody. And people keep asking me, well, wait a minute, Ghost, why is Russia with the New World Order when they're always talking about against the New World Order? Hey, why is Putin continuously going to the G20 and the G8 summits? Why does Putin still acknowledge the United Nations if he's against globalism? Why does he acknowledge the World Court? He's a globalist. I'm telling you, the Ruskies are at the bottom of it. They've been waiting for this day for a long time. Why do you think that they're now throwing battleships right near our goddamn border, for Christ's sake? Why do you think they're deploying missiles and doing all this crap today? They're making us look stupid. I mean, this was all a plan. Do you get it? Trump looks weak. He looks incompetent. He looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. That's the point. That's what they've been wanting to do. That's the point. That's the point. So anyway, with that being said, folks, look, I know I'm being a little long-winded about this thing, man, but this is very serious. I don't think what Michael T. Flynn did was anything inappropriate. As a matter of fact, he is one of the top consultants of Trump's national security. I mean, of course he would have a conversation with the Russian ambassador. It's not about that. In my personal opinion, unless Pence is lying or Michael T. Flynn is lying, or they're both lying. Pence claimed that Michael T. Flynn did not tell him about the details of the information about that phone call. And as a result, for whatever reason, Mike Pence went on the Sunday show some time back and decided that he was going to put his name on the line, stating that there was no direct connection or any kind of communication with Russia and the administration. And because Mike Pence said that, it made the vice president look kind of stupid. And as a result, and let me tell you something else, okay? The reason it makes the vice president look dumb as it relates to the public eye is because they meant it to do that. Because you see, let me explain to you the chain of events that happened here. The chain of events that happened is as follows. Michael T. Flynn calls or has some kind of phone call with the Russian ambassador. It is tapped by a national security agency, and they go to a FISA court to find out who was on the other side of that line and identify the individual who was talking with the Russian ambassador. So this went to a FISA court to find out Michael T. Flynn was talking to a Russian ambassador. So that just goes to show you how deep this goes, okay? They find out it's Michael T. Flynn. The acting attorney general at the time, Sally Yates, decided to tell the Trump administration that they have reason to believe that Michael T. Flynn could be blackmailed by the Russian government because of this particular conversation that was had by Flynn and this Russian ambassador. The Trump administration, for whatever reason, doesn't even acknowledge it. Hence, that's why Sally Yates refused to acknowledge or even execute the immigration reform orders, executive orders that was signed by Trump. It had nothing to do with the actual immigration orders itself. It has everything to do with Sally Yates protesting the fact that she had information that she told the Trump administration that this particular conversation was had by Michael T. Flynn with the Russian ambassador, and that this could be used to blackmail the administration. So that's why Sally Yates didn't actually enforce the immigration reform executive order, was because of this information. Now, with that being said, even with that information, even with Sally Yates not enforcing immigration reforms, her stepping down, they still went on with Michael T. Flynn being a part of the national security consultant team, and was, of course, I mean, even as early as yesterday with Justin Trudeau, Michael T. Flynn was right there at the table with Kushner and Trump and all the known suspects, all the characters. So they knew about this. They knew about this, and Trump still stood by Michael T. Flynn. Now, it wasn't until this started catching wind with the media, and people started asking. You see, once again, once the media goes on with this, remember, this Russia narrative has been carved into the psyche of the average, everyday American people. It's already been molded in the psyche. Remember, I've always been saying they're going to continue to pump it. Russia, Trump, Russia, Trump, Trump, Russia, Russia, Trump. Remember? I told you this months ago. And I said the reason they're doing this is so that they can incept an idea so they can use at a later time to bring down Trump. Well, that time is now.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit mbusa.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
And when the media started highlighting this yesterday, and it literally took off really quick once the media highlighted it, because, of course, we have somebody in the White House leaking this information. And the only reason that's really the only reason why the media knew about all this, because somebody within the White House, somebody within the supposed inner circle of the Trump administration is leaking out all this information. Now, in my personal opinion, folks, I think it's Reince Priebus. And the reason I say this is because he's from Wisconsin. Him and Paul Ryan are chums. They're freaking from the Cheesehead Mafia. Paul Ryan comes out today and contradicts what the administration said this morning. Now, what happened this morning was that the White House acknowledged Michael T. Flynn gave his resignation voluntarily, that Michael T. Flynn, he himself, gave his resignation and submitted himself. Then we got Paul Ryan contradicting the White House. Paul Ryan's contradicting the White House and saying that Paul Ryan and Trump told Michael T. Flynn to step down and told Michael T. Flynn to resign. Now, how in the hell, I mean, who's lying here? All right? Who's lying? I mean, when Paul Ryan said that this afternoon, I think it was around 11 p.m., maybe 10 a.m. When he said that, I was like, look at this Cheesehead Mafia working side by side. Cheesehead Mafia working side by side. The White House says this morning Michael T. Flynn gave his resignation on his own, and then here you have Paul Ryan saying that, me and Trump told, me and Trump, that's what he said. Me and Trump told Michael T. Flynn to resign. Me and Trump. And you know what that signifies to me? That signifies that the establishment has got Trump. The establishment has got him. He's got nowhere to run to, man. He's got nowhere to hide. I don't think he has any friends in this administration, and the only friend that he did have was poisoned almost to death so he could shut his mouth, and I'm talking about Roger Stone. So I'm telling you, this is not looking good for Trump. This is not looking good for the Trump train. Now we've got Mitch McConnell calling for an investigation as it relates to Michael T. Flynn and the Russia connections to the Trump administration. All right, you've got, I'm serious, you got all these people now calling, and these are Republicans here. These are Republicans. They're calling for an independent investigation. And let me tell you something, folks. I've already investigated this damn thing. And if I know it, the intelligence community knows it. And if the intelligence community knows it, Congress knows it. And that's why they're calling for an investigation. That's why they're calling for an investigation. And you see who's calling for it? Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell. So if it looks bipartisan to the American public, and talking heads like Rachel Maddow and Wolf Blitzer and Anderson Cooper, Mr. CIA, if they can convey the idea to mold everyday Joe Sixpack's mind into believing that, look, it's a bipartisan effort. There's obviously some kind of Russian meddling. We're going to investigate. And, of course, Joe Sixpack is going to be like, yeah, those Russians over there. Look into that over there. I'm telling you. And I want to also emphasize that the administration has been conducting some raids over the past week or so. They've been conducting some raids over the past week or so. Now, those raids have been rounding up a bunch of pedophiles. And we talked about one that was picked up yesterday, Jerry Sandusky's son, Jeffrey. And let me tell you, I don't think it's a coinkydink that you've got the administration cracking down on these lolling child pedophile sickos in an attempt to try to get to the top of the pyramid of Pizzagate. And right when we started, right when the administration started making these arrests as it relates to child pedophilia, child molestation, child sex abuse, this is when you had this Trump card against Trump being pulled out. And as I stated, folks, the only reason that we know about this Michael T. Flynn situation is because someone within the inside of the White House leaked it to the media. They leaked it to the media. So right now, everybody around Trump is against him. I don't trust anything about anyone who's around Trump at this time. And you know what's sad is that he's already 3-4 weeks, a month into his damn presidency, and already we're starting to see the people who are surrounding him completely against him. Completely against him. And I really fear for Trump, folks. I'm going to be honest with you. I am not defeatist, okay, for you folks that are in the inner circle chat talking that shit. I'm not defeatist, but I'm a realist, man. And let me tell you, it's everybody against Trump. Everybody. And at this point in time, he's finding himself in a very precarious situation where he's all alone. All alone. Maybe he's got his sons, but his sons can be used as fodder for threatening. His daughter can be used as fodder for threatening by the deep state. I mean, politics is a dangerous game. I know that you people on poll think it's a big freaking meme game. It's not, all right? People are killed because of power. Politics is power, nothing more. I mean, I know that you folks that just got acquainted with politics this election cycle because of Trump, you're starting to realize that politics is not just some goddamn popularity contest, and when somebody wins the presidency, everything's okay. You can go back to normal, fanning your nuts and waxing your carrot to goddamn cartoons and being an overgrown man-child. That's what I'm saying. Somebody's asking me, the people still stand with Trump. What happens in the event of an uprising? Hey, man, your guess is as good as mine. at this point. I mean, folks, I'm going to be honest with you, man. I almost didn't do a show today. I want to have a good time with my wife. I don't know how long we're going to have the civility that we have. And let me tell you, the civility that we have in America today is not very good. I mean, it's on the brink of freaking uncivility at any point in time. So, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what the hell's going to happen. I mean, we have an agreement that will allow China and Canada troops to come into North America if there was ever a civil unrest situation. We also had that same agreement with Cuba. Yeah. Oh, I bet you didn't know that, did you? Yeah, look it up for yourself. That's why I'm telling you, man, you people need to wake up. And look, we got people here, fear-mongering radio. Hey, keep thinking that, asshole, all right? Keep thinking that. And you know what? That's why I'm saying, the only other thing that Trump can do at this point in time, which I think that he should do at this point, if he wants to save his presidency and he wants to save America, just hit somebody up. I'm talking like Iran, China, maybe not China, but maybe Iran, or hell, man, at this point in time, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that's the only other means of social organization is for war. I mean, that's why Chinese government was saber-rattling to the United States when the United States was threatening to reestablish its trade deal. That's why the Chinese government was threatening war, because that's all they have left. When their house of cards economy comes tumbling down, all they have left is war, which will organize the people behind the communist government, even though they may be in a precarious economic situation. It's the same thing that FDR did during the Great Depression. Whenever there is hardship, whenever there is something going against a leader, there is the war card, but I hate to say this, that's their only option. That's Trump's only option, and even then when he has a war, I mean, I don't know what the hell's going to happen. I mean, I really don't know because, I mean, it's literally the United States against the world, folks. I'm not joking. Russia is not our friend. China, obviously not our friend. Britannia, I mean, certain elements of the government want to be our friend, but the whole country's cucked into a left-wing hysteria. The European Union sure as hell doesn't want to be our friend. I mean, we are screwed, man. And look, our military is depleted to nothing, man. Our military has been depleted to nothing because of Obama, for Christ's sake, man. Jesus Christ, man. I'm sorry, man. Look, this is why I was pissed off yesterday. And, I know that I should be going on like Twitter shout-outs and, all this other stuff. But, man, I can't do it, man. I can't do this right now. I mean, this is our last shot. I want to take some calls from you. Who wants to talk? I want to hear what you have to say about this. If you're pro-Russia or if you think I'm going off keister, or if you, I want to hear from you. 516-453-9903 is the number to call, all right? 516-453-9903. Give me a call right now, and I want to hear from you, man. I mean, what, am I going off keister? I want some of you idiots on Twitter to call me right now. If you think I'm going off keister, I'll be more than happy to debate your ass and show you that you don't know your ass from your goddamn elbow when it comes to this crap. I'm serious. Jesus Christ, man. I'm just tired of this crap, man. I mean, I just do nothing but put my life on the line. I try to project the truth. I try to convey the truth, and it just seems like it's for naught. It just seems like it's for naught, man. I'm just saying, it seems like it's all for nothing. Anyway, I want to hear from you folks. I mean, if you have a serious conversation that you want to discuss, please give me a call, because we're in some very precarious times, and in my personal opinion, I think that we are seeing the beginning of the end to the Trump train. I mean, this doesn't look good. I'm not defeatist, assholes. I'm a realist, and this doesn't look good. Anyway, let's get some calls here. 503, you're on the horn. What's up?
I think we should declare war on the Russians and organize China against the Russians. And then once we kill all those mouth breathers, we can sell off all their vodka to the Chinese. Anyway,
well, the Chinese and the Russians have I wouldn't say a close relationship, but they're still allies. Hey, why'd you hang up? Of course. You see what that was right there? That's a Polak right there. You see that?
I think we should, go to war with Russia and China ally with.
Like it's a fucking joke. Like it's a joke. That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, why do you think that I don't want to come back if Donald Trump is assassinated or removed from office? For what? You people ain't listening for dick. I mean, I'm not saying nobody is. But on aggregate, man, I get at least 50 to 60,000 listeners, and to be honest with you, I think a lot of people, for the most part, are just a bunch of,
yeah, I know a thing or two about a thing or two, and that's it. And yet they're not applying what this truth that they understand, they're not applying it to themselves and understand that because they're on the internet, because they have social media, because they have the ability to produce video, audio, text, images, they don't do it. I mean, your influence can help prevent these leftist, lamestream, mainstream media idiots from shaping the goddamn conscience of Joe American Six-Pack, man. How about 443? You're on the horn. What's up?
Hey, Josh, what do you think about the Trump speeches and what's going on, by the way? It's just insane and everything. Can't believe it.
What do I think about what?
What do you think about the, Trump speeches?
You know what? What the hell is that supposed to mean? What the hell is that supposed to mean? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about here. Huh? Oh, yeah. This is so encouraging for me to continue broadcasting, right? Oh, this is so encouraging, Oh, but you know what? I've got a short bus. Oh, yeah, I've got a short bus with my little tards, inner circle short bus tards, right? Oh, that's so great, isn't it? Oh, man, I feel so great. Almost 1,600 hours of wasted time here. That's what I feel. 1,600 hours of wasted time. I mean, give me a... 1,600 hours of wasted time, man. 1,600 hours of wasted goddamn time, I mean, Jesus Christ, give me the mic. Hey, huh? What did I tell you, huh? This is the Trump train right here all of a sudden, huh? This is it right here, huh? Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what? Maybe I should just stop broadcasting politics, because it's not like people are actually listening anyway, right? Maybe I should just change the whole goddamn show format and start talking about fucking cartoons so you assholes can sit here and say, yeah, those cartoons, yay! Or maybe I should be talking about fucking games so you can be like, yay, games, you're going to be the new Pootie Pie, yay! You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should just change the whole goddamn format and talk about the crevices of the ass crack of Kim Kardashian. How about that? How about that? Why don't I just change the whole goddamn show and talk about some stupid, dumb,
ridiculousness, because what difference does it make at this point? What difference does it make? So what difference does it make at this point in time? I'm not even joking around. I mean, I'm serious, man. Why don't, you know what? Well, let's change the show format right now. How about that? You idiots don't want to talk about freaking politics. You idiots think you do, but you don't. If you did, you'd be out there doing something. You'd be out there doing something. But no, you want to play video games, and you want to go out and listen to cartoons and be like, oh, I don't want to grow up. I want to be a Toys R Us kid. Oh. Yeah, maybe that's what I should do, huh? Maybe I should just start talking about cartoons and video games and Kim Kardashian's ass crack and celebrities and all that crap, huh? Maybe I should do that. Hey, look, I got people on Twitter like, hey, you'd actually do a lot better. You'd actually do a lot better. A lot of people actually watch cartoons. You see this? You see what I'm saying? You see? Jesus.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit MBUSA.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing. Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just four walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
What I tell you, this is it. This is America. This is America. This is America. You know what? You know what? I don't even know why I'm here on this broadcast. It's Valentine's Day. I'm getting the hell out of here. It's not like anybody's listening. It's not like anybody cares out here. I said that this was going to happen. I said that they were going to use this Russia narrative to take down the goddamn presidency, and none of you morons gave two rats' asses. So, you know what? Why in the hell am I even here? Seriously. Why the hell am I even here? What, so I can appease a bunch of half-tards out here so I can make them Huh? Is that it? I'm serious. You know what I mean? Look at these people. Look at them. They're like, I love cartoons. You do the cartoons. Yeah. Give me a break. Anyway, and look at it. I've got people with cartoon graphics on their profile saying, ghost running away. How typical. What? So I can sit here and what? Appease a bunch of people that should be in a gas chamber? All right, I'm sorry to say that. With all due respect, most of the people that are on this broadcast listening to me that are half-tards and that are idiots that literally cannot grow up, idiots that can't stop watching cartoons and anesthetizing themselves for it, you know what? I think you should be put to sleep. I'm serious. I'm not joking. That's why, hey, you know what, Donald Trump? Start a war. You know what I mean? Go ahead and start a war and put some of these goddamn half-tard man-child idiots on the front lines, for Christ's sake. I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of it. I don't really care what happens. I'm thinking about changing the whole format of the show. I'm not even joking. I'm not even kidding around. I'm just going to go and just, I'm not even joking. I'm going to change the format of the show. I'm not even going to talk about politics anymore. It's not like nobody's even fucking listening. So, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast. I mean, what the hell am I doing on here on a Valentine's Day trying to convey ideas to a bunch of idiots that think that they know better, you know? That, no, Russia, it's against the New World Order. It wants a white Christian nation. Yeah, even though Dugin is half Jewish, right? Right? Even though Alexander Dugin, Putin's brain is half Jewish, right? No, he wants white nationalism. Yeah. You people are idiots. I'm serious. Ugh. And like I said, I mean, I'm not going to end the broadcast. I may take a break here, all right? But I think I'm going to switch up the freaking format a little bit, you know, because I'm going to be honest. I think that with the exception of a small minority group of very intelligent people, the majority are a bunch of cartoon watching, game playing, man children. And to be honest with you, man, I don't like you people. I don't like man children. I don't like you. I'm going to be completely honest. I think that you're a waste of life. You're the reason why we're in the dumb predicament that we're in. You're the reason why our country is in a peril situation, because I personally believe that once Trump goes, that's the end of our country. And you see, you idiots, you don't care. As long as you continue to play a goddamn video game, as long as you morons continue to wax your carrot to freaking cartoons, for Christ's sake. I mean, everything is great, right? Everything is so freaking good, huh? I don't know what else to say. I'm at my wit's end here, you know, because I can see the beginning of the end. You people could sit here and be optimistic about it. I saw this coming months ago. And I try to tell you morons, go out there, try to pump the fucking, all the news that contradicts the mainstream media. I told you idiots to do it. And what did you do? Instead, you're out here memeing. You're out here memeing like it's doing something. You're out here worried about posting freaking anime cartoons. You're worried about goddamn waxing your carrot to a freaking video game, for Christ's sake, man. Jesus Christ. I'm just so sick. I'm so sick, man. And look, I'm not going to end the broadcast, but look, I think I'm done with trying to convince people about capitalism and politics. Look, you all want to be a bunch of dumb idiots, fine. More losers there are, the bigger the winners of life win, all right? So y'all keep being losers. I don't give a shit, all right? I don't really give a crap, all right? Yeah, I'm telling you this straight up from the honest to God's truth, man. I can't believe that we won an election, all right? And that after we won the election, and I felt it. All these people that were out here blogging, that were out here, you know, the meme wars, and we're doing this, and that we're helping the campaign, once the goddamn election was over, turned into a bunch of idiots. I'm serious. I'm not even joking. They decided to turn into a bunch of trolls. They decided to go back to play video games. They decided to go and I mean, it's stupid. Stupid, man. It's stupid, man. Do I consider myself a winner? Somebody's asking me. Hey, listen to me, man. I'm a self-sustaining capitalist, all right? I mean, I could do what I want. I could literally end this broadcast, go have a goddamn Ruth Chris steak for about $250, wash it down with a $150 bottle of Cristal, for Christ's sake, because I can do that, all right? But instead, you know what I'm doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I've got some ridiculous compassion for people for whatever fucking reason, all right? I've got some compassion for people to try to use whatever venue I possibly can to convey the truth, and this is what we have here, huh? This is what we have right here, right? That's it. Oh, man, that's what I'm talking about. I just feel this is such a great revelation. Such a great revelation is what's happened here today. All right? Such a great revelation. I'm serious. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to do. All right, people are like, well, what do we do, Ghost? I've been telling you what to do. It's a little too late now, fruit bowls, all right? It's a little too late now. While y'all were out here trolling the fucking Shia LaBeouf garbage and thinking y'all were accomplishing something, look at what the real people were doing. Get this fucking mic out of my Yeah, everybody thought it was so funny, right? You stupid, dumb, idiot trolls. Y'all thought y'all were so funny. He will not divide us. He will not divide us. And we're going to troll him. We're going to take our time, effort, and energy to troll him. Yeah, and we're accomplishing so much by trolling Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, we're trolling. Give me the mic. Hey, look, I know that this is a pretty bad broadcast for people that are listening. All right? But the bottom line is this. This is the beginning of the end of the Trump train. And even if Trump somehow retains office, he's not going to fulfill everything that he says he's going to do, because now the administration has been put into check by the establishment, by the mainstream media, by even the people that were supposed to be his surrogates, folks. Alex Jones, Milo Yiannopoulos, Breitbart News, all these people. Everybody had their own vested interest. And now that those vested interests have been coming to fruition, now it's not about helping the country like that's what I thought what the Trump train was about, making America great again. It's not about that. It's a bunch of self-serving idiots that either have self-serving motives or other state motives. So that's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. And, somebody just posted in the Inner Circle chat, U.S. official, Russia deployed missile in violation of treaty today. I know this. But Russia's our friend, though, right? Russia's our friend? I thought Russia was our friend. Russia was our ally. Huh? Russia was our friend. Russia was our ally. What happened, huh? I thought they were a good white Christian nation, huh? I'm telling you, man. You know what? And, I hate to say this, but we deserve this. We deserve it, man. We put all that effort, energy into electing Trump, and then once Trump was elected, everybody just turned into a bunch of stupid, idiot, game-playing, cartoon-watching trolls. That's all they did. That's what's happening here. So anyway, I'm getting the hell out of here. I don't even want to broadcast to you people. You people don't even deserve my presence at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even joking around. You people don't even deserve my presence. I'm going to go out and eat a steak and live like a capitalist while you people point your fingers at each other on why you're such a fucking loser in life. All right? Get me the hell out of here, engineer. I don't want to broadcast in this stupid, dumb fucking broadcast anymore. Get me the hell out of here.